UFO research. What is ufology? What are ufologists? UFO research, and even the word ufology itself, is a controversial subject that often generates heated debate within the UFO community. In this post, we present some answers and definitions to commonly asked questions. We do not hold them to be the only explanations, and they are presented here as opinions and to the best of our knowledge. Table of contents. What is ufology? What are ufologists? What do ufologists do? How do ufologists earn money? Do they have a salary? Are there any ufologist jobs? Are there any ufology schools? How does a person study ufology? Books and articles. Forums and websites. Conferences and events. Independent research. Is there such a thing as a degree in ufology? Famous ufologists and their UFO research. Ufology studies have been the subject of ridicule for decades, but recent events have brought the subject into the light, away from the association with the most extreme conspiracy theories and close to the mainstream. While we have yet to prove that there has been any contact with an extraterrestrial intelligence, or that anything mentioned in all the episodes of Ancient Aliens is true, science is starting to look more closely at this subject in light of the amount of data now collected. Fresh UFO reports are filed every day. The accounts by military personnel are now a matter of public record, backed up by FLIR and radar data. Recently, NASA announced that it too was going to start looking more closely at the subject of UAP, although they remain skeptical about the origins of these objects. Thomas Zurbuchen, an astrophysicist and NASA's Associate Administrator for Science, told reporters in June 2022 that he didn't think they were evidence of extraterrestrial intelligences, but that's his opinion so far, when the NASA investigation has only just begun. What is ufology? Ufology is the study of unidentified flying objects, commonly referred to as UFOs and more recently UAP, i.e. unidentified aerial phenomena. While sightings of UFOs has been reported for centuries, ufology only gained traction as a field of study in the mid-20th century. The historical background of this field of study includes written accounts of encounters with non-human entities and religious depictions in art of aerial phenomena. Since then, ufologists have been investigating reports of UFO sightings and associated phenomena such as animal mutilations, trying to determine if they are natural phenomena or evidence of extraterrestrial life. Other theories include interdimensional phenomena and even visitations from another time. Current topics of research within ufology include the Tic Tac UAP incidents involving the U.S. Navy, as well as continuing investigations into the Roswell incident and the Rendlesham Forest incident. While there is still no definitive proof of what UFOs are, the field of ufology continues to intrigue many people and provides a unique perspective on our place in the universe. Short introductory online course. Free preview, Beginner's Guide to Ufology. What are ufologists? Ufologists are people who study unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and incidents related to them. They research in various countries and use different methods, such as interviews, analysis of documents, and field investigations. Ufologists have made several important findings over the years. For example, they have gathered evidence that suggests that some UFO sightings may be caused by natural phenomena, such as meteors or lightning. This is important work as it sorts the wheat from the chaff, i.e. it separates sightings that have a prosaic explanation from those that are worthy of deep investigation. They have compiled extensive lists of UFO sightings and categorized them according to various factors, such as location, time of day, and type of object seen. In addition, ufologists have interviewed hundreds of eyewitnesses to UFO sightings and gathered information about their experiences. Overall, ufologists play an important role in investigating UFO sightings and providing possible explanations for them. Through their research, they have helped to shed light on this intriguing phenomenon. What do ufologists do? Ufologists investigate reports of UFOs by interviewing witnesses and reviewing any available evidence, such as photos or videos. They also conduct field investigations to look for physical evidence, such as landing marks or traces of radiation. In some cases, ufologists work with government agencies to investigate UFO sightings that may pose a national security threat. However, most ufologists operate independently, and their work is not always taken seriously by the scientific community. Nevertheless, ufologists continue to search for answers to the question, are we alone in the universe? How do ufologists earn money? Do they have a salary? Ufologists generally fund their research through a combination of private donations and income from book sales, lectures, and other public appearances. Some ufologists are employed by government agencies or private organizations, but most are self-funded independent researchers. While some ufologists may receive grants from foundations or other donors, this is relatively rare. The majority of ufologists finance their work through their earnings or the support of friends and family. Given the controversial and sometimes speculative nature of ufology, it can be difficult for serious researchers to obtain funding from traditional sources. As a result, many ufologists rely on alternative methods to support their work. Are there any ufologist jobs? While there is no official job title of ufologist, there are several jobs that would allow someone to study UFOs and other unexplained phenomena. For example, many scientists who work in astronomy or astrophysics also study unusual objects in space, which could include everything from comets to black holes. There are also many private organizations, such as MUFON or the SETI Institute, that hire researchers to look for signs of intelligent life in the universe. In addition, some government agencies, such as the National UFO Reporting Center, collect reports of UFO sightings from the public. So while there is no specific career path to becoming a ufologist, there are opportunities for those who are interested in pursuing this type of research. Are there any ufology schools? How does a person study ufology? Although there are no accredited ufology schools, there are many ways to study the topic. Books and articles. One approach is to read books and articles on the subject written by previous researchers. As the years pass and new material come to light through FOIA requests or from whistleblowers, it's possible that old cases need a fresh examination in light of this new data. Forums and websites. There are numerous online forums and websites dedicated to ufology, where users can share their experiences and theories. These can be rich sources of information and leads from experiencers who have had close encounters, researchers, and people inside civilian, military, or commercial organizations who have something to pass on, often anonymously. Conferences and events. Another way to learn about ufology is to attend conferences and events that focus on the topic. Here, experts and enthusiasts can share their knowledge and discuss recent developments. Independent research. Finally, many people choose to study ufology through independent research. This involves investigating UFO sightings and attempting to find logical explanations for them. By taking any or all of these approaches, anyone can become a student of ufology. Is there such a thing as a degree in ufology? Ufology is not an academic discipline, so there is no such thing as a formal degree in ufology that is globally recognized. There are a few colleges and universities that offer courses on UFO-related topics, such as history, anthropology, and religious studies. These courses can provide students with a well-rounded education that can help with their independent research. In addition, there are several online courses and distance learning programs that offer comprehensive coverage of UFO-related topics. So, while there is no such thing as a degree in ufology, it is possible to gain a well-rounded education on the subject by taking advantage of the available resources. Famous ufologists and their UFO research. Not everyone who studies these subjects would call themselves a ufologist, but as a point of discussion, examples of 3 famous ufologists are J. Allen Hynek, John Mack, and abduction researcher Bud Hopkins. Hynek was a scientist who consulted with NASA on the Project Blue Book UFO studies. He is famous for developing the Close Encounter classification system, which is still used today to categorize sightings. John Mack was a psychiatrist who wrote the book Abduction: Human Encounters with Aliens. The book detailed his clinical work with people who claimed to have been abducted by aliens. Bud Hopkins was an artist who became interested in alien abductions after hearing a story on the radio. He wrote the book Intruders: The Incredible Visitations at Copley Woods, which detailed accounts of people who said they were abducted and experienced missing time. All 3 of these men have made significant contributions to the study of UFOs and have helped to bring the topic into the mainstream. Subscribe.